Mike here in Moab, Utah. I've got Tara McGovern here with her beautiful and freshly built JK, right?
Rebuilt again.
Where are you from and what do you do?
I live in Denver, and then my other home is Washington State. Is actually really, PNW is really home. And what I do is, right now, I'm head of U.S. marketing for Frontrunner Dometic. And prior to that, and still currently own marketing agency in Jeep specific things. So it's all Jeep life.
Nice, Jeep life is awesome. So the reason why we're interviewing Tara is we recently helped her out with a build on this JK. It was kind of a refresh, right? I mean, you've had this for how long?
I've had it since it had 11,000 miles on it, and it has been rebuilt 3 times. I made those stock axles work until they were dead 3 times over, and then decided to take it down to the tub and the frame and everything. I did the wiring, everything, every little thing on it. It's kind of a new vehicle. So it was one of those where I called Scott and said, I just want to love driving my Jeep again.
Yeah, I remember that.
We can do that.
Yeah, so we helped her out. Let's do a little walk around. Tell me about what's going on.
All right, so what's going on? It started with, obviously the biggest change was the axles with the UD60s front and rear. Just kind of trying to, my past issues were always blowing up the 44s because I do a lot of heavy towing and heavy wheeling, and they were not surviving. So started with the UD60s. Obviously we've got the metal cloak RockSport shocks, which are my favorite thing and still make me giggle driving down the road sometimes because they're that good. It's like you expect things to go swirly and they don't, and I love it. And of course did the Game Changer kit on it as well. One of the few things we did different, obviously because I am loaded so heavy in the back and tow a lot, is there is an extra inch on the coil in the back, just like you guys do for your Rocklander kit for the JL. Did the same thing on this one, which kind of keeps it all dialed in perfectly.
Yeah, it helps take on that extra 400 pounds.
Yeah, it's perfectly leveled out once that one's in there. Same thing up front. I kept it simple. I did not long arm it like the entire internet tells you to do, because the argument I have, and the whole internet will argue, is that you actually don't need the long arm all of the time, most of the time, and that I wheel all the same things that all the guys with the long arms do. So it's more of like application, what you're using it for, and what's important to you. So I kept it without doing the adjustments for the long arm.
What did you notice about the ride quality on the metal cloak stuff after you put it on?
So its first run, the day after it was done being built, was to Hammers and back from Denver.
Oh, nice.
Which is, in the winter, not an easy drive. It is snow, ice, high speed, and I remember, I probably shouldn't admit to it, I don't know what state I was in, but I hit about 95. And I could let go of the steering wheel, and it just, it tracked, but every bump I hit, it just kind of floated over. And I remember calling Scott, and I was like kind of giggling. I'm like, this is amazing. Because I was so used to, clapped out,
And we saw some footage of you kind of bombing through the desert.
And then, so I had somebody track me at Hammers with it because I was playing with obviously the shock settings and seeing, and it's hard from inside to tell what it looks like, how it's moving. Yeah. So I'm like, just track me rolling down. Because I hit about 45 miles an hour through that little whoop section coming out at Hammers just to see what it would do if it would hold steady.
We had because I managed a lot of the social media, and I had a guy, customer of ours, he's like, I want my Jeep to do that in the desert.
So that was the messages I got, and it's like from the inside, it's hard to feel it, see it, and when I saw that, that's the messages I got from people of, that was an extra 600 pounds loaded into the back of the vehicle, and it was moving like that. Obviously the shocks were at highest setting, and they were, as Ozzy said, doing work. That was, the stability difference in it is wild.
Awesome.
I've had a few different things on there. Obviously put 100,000 miles on what was on there, so I can't complain too much, but
it looks great.
A world of difference.
I like the wrap too. I mean,
yes.
Everything kind of tied in together.
Yep.
And
it looks great, but it also works better than it's ever worked before, and that was the goal of, I was tired of the frustrations of something not always working, something not quite being right. So it's like, I just want to be excited about driving my Jeep again.
appreciate you coming out today and showing us the rig, flexing it out. Probably still, it's fresh, so you still got little kinks you're working out and stuff.
We're down to the last few things, but yeah, overall, I'm happy.
Awesome.
She's doing a good job.
Awesome.
I have no complaints.
And your Instagram handle's up there, right?
Yeah, it's on the back. It's Rove and Reverie.
Rove and Reverie. We'll get a little shot of that.
Yeah, kept it on the back top.
Yeah,
put the wrap on there, and then.
What year is this?
17. Last at the JKs.
Yeah. So make sure you give her a follow, and hopefully you see this rig out on the trail. And
not broken.
Not broken down. We never want that. I mean, it is a Jeep thing, right? But if it's not getting used, then why own it, right?
That's the point.
So, okay, cool. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
All right, good to see you.